What?
Okay, we got Chris a little TV time there, but all right, we're good.
All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. But welcome back, and now we're along with Sawyer Smith, the local baseball talent right here in Dexter, and great talent you are. And we just realized your talent. I haven't been keeping up with a lot of baseball here over the past few years, but your dad come by just the other day and stopped by and told us about you, and I'm sure glad he did, because you got quite a story to tell with your baseball career and also moving on to play college baseball. So, where are you going to school next year?
It's Palm Beach Atlantic University in West Palm Beach, Florida. It's right on the beach. It's a great place to go to school and a great place for baseball as well. So.
Sure. I mean, Florida's good in and of itself. Yeah. And then now you're going to play baseball, which is great. You could play upwards to probably 60, 70 games there.
Probably, yeah, year-round.
So, you're really picking out a good school there, and weather-wise, and you're actually getting out and getting your games in. Mm-hmm. So that's definitely a good pick there. Let's talk a little bit about you. You're local Dexter. Always been here at Dexter?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Always?
40.
Okay, and you grew up and played baseball, football, basketball?
Basketball, football, baseball. I guess it's just the love of the game. I choose to narrow it down to that and just see where it'd take me. So.
Yeah, people talking about you being a very good basketball talent as well.
Yeah.
You got great height. I tell you, that really helps out. And also played baseball. And what position you play?
Primarily, I'm a catcher, and I also play third and first base. Kind of versatile in the infield, but I pitched growing up, and kind of decided just to work on my position. My fielding area, I guess you could say. So I just started catching about 2 years ago, and it's worked out for me. So.
Good deal. And you played some ball down in Florida during high school as well, too.
You're right. Yeah. As soon as our high school season gets over, I play on a prospect organization from Memphis, Tennessee, and we play at a lot of colleges, universities all over the Midwest and the Southeast, and play there during the fall too. But we go, we play in Atlanta for a couple weeks this past summer, and Florida the past 2 years, in Jupiter and Fort Myers down there in perfect game organization events. So good stuff down there, good competition.
Sure, and that seems like what young baseball players like yourself in high school are really starting to get into, is that prospect baseball,
right.
Getting out and playing with teams and traveling the country.
Mm-hmm.
We had Jake Welch on last week, and he did something similar, played with a team out of Cape, traveled a lot, go to different places to play, and you have a similar story,
right.
Getting together with other talents as well, and going out and playing in tournaments all around the country. Did most years down in Florida,
right.
So that just seems like what a lot of local talent, or not only local talent, but a lot of young baseball talents are doing these days.
Definitely. It's not like it used to be where the scouts will come watch you in high school. There's so many kids they want to see now. You have to go to those events so they know where to find you, and it's a lot easier for them to see you that way. So.
Sure. What other opportunities did you have school-wise?
I had a lot of Division I interest and offers there. In between visiting Florida, I visited the University of North Dakota in Grand Forks up there. I took visits to University of Tennessee Martin, Austin Peay State University, and Arkansas State University. So I had some other Division II interest and some junior college interest as well. I had a full-ride scholarship to a nationally ranked junior college in Iowa, and I just felt like Palm Beach was, the best fit for me. So it's just the way it worked out.
Sure, and actually, you've got a unique story behind you going to Palm Beach Atlantic as well. You're actually going to be coached by Gary Carter, former New York Met,
mm-hmm.
and catcher as well.
Hall of Famer, yeah. He's a great guy. I went down there initially and made my visit, and got to meet all the coaches and the players. I got to practice with the team, and I felt a real connection down there with those guys. And it's on the beach too, so that helps a little bit. But I came back home, made some other visits. And on October 13th, they appointed Gary Carter as their head coach. So I actually had a tournament, down there in Jupiter. So I went down there for that. And while I was down there, I went ahead and met him, and everything. And they got to come watch me play in the tournament, and ended up making an offer. So came back home, thought about it for a while, and I just knew that was where I wanted to be. So I called him and let him know.
Good deal. So did the thought of playing under Gary Carter have any impact on your decision at all?
Well, yeah, obviously, playing for a Hall of Famers, that's a pretty big deal. It's neat. He was a Hall of Fame catcher, so he's really going to help me, develop as a catcher in my position. And not only is he very knowledgeable about baseball and all his connections, but he's a great guy too. Palm Beach Atlantic is a Christian university, and I just felt like it's not only a place where I'm going to be able to grow academically and athletically, but spiritually as well. And those guys are great to be around when it comes down to that. So.
Good deal. And Palm Beach Atlantic is in Division II of NCAA?
It's Division II NCAA. They're independent of a conference right now, but they're looking to get annexed to the Sunshine State Conference, which is, I think, in the top 10 conferences in all of college baseball, including Division I. So it's real salty down there.
Sure. Well, that's odd to think of, with it being Division II, that it's still such a phenomenal conference.
Right. Yeah. It's a lot of good teams down there. I think this year they had 23 players drafted out of that conference, and Palm Beach Atlantic, they were independent this past year, but they made it to the championship game in the NCCAA World Series, which is the National Christian College Athletic Association, and they played in Cincinnati, Ohio for that tournament, and I think they got second in the whole nation, so that's a pretty big, honor, accomplishment. So.
Sure. Yeah, it sure is. And being able to play in two different conferences will give you more games to play as well.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So, speaking of, you were speaking earlier about getting away from football, basketball, baseball, and then concentrating on baseball. At what age did you say, well, baseball is where I want to pursue my interest?
I played basketball and football, in middle school and my freshman and sophomore year in high school. And, my junior year, I just kind of realized that if I wanted to play baseball at the next level, you have to dedicate the winters to it and, practicing and getting ahead of your competition. So, and it was a tough decision. I love football and basketball a whole lot, but I just knew that baseball is what I wanted to do. And so I made the decision just to work at that year round, and it turned out for me. So.
Sure. It sure has so far. Get to play at the next level, and as I've spoken to our two guys last week that were on, anytime you can move on to the next level at basically any level, I would say, to play college athletics, it's a privilege, and just being able to excel and to work towards your education as well, but to also have the achievement of to move it on playing at the next level in athletics. There's only a handful of individuals that get to do that,
right.
Move on to the next level, so it's a lot to be thankful for.
Definitely.
Sure. You're moving on to Palm Beach, playing under Gary Carter. I mean, that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
You're going to Florida, playing under Gary Carter, and you've got also a spring of baseball left,
right.
With Dexter. So a lot to look forward to over the spring and also over the summer and next fall. Just what are you thinking going forward over the next year? Because your life's going to change quite a bit over the next year.
Yeah. I'm excited about it. I'm ready to get down there. I know it's going to be a great place for me. I'm looking forward to the spring season. Hopefully our team will be able to win districts this year. We hadn't done that in quite a few years, but we've been coming close. So hopefully this will be our year. The summer, I'm just really going to work on catching some more, before I go down there and, hit the weight room some more. Just be ready to get down there.
Yep, it's going to be a lot of baseball playing, especially
right.
Down in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
I used to keep up with Southeast Missouri baseball. We got started fairly early, on average,
mm-hmm.
compared to other college schools. But there was other schools like North Dakota, some schools in Minnesota. They would come down and they don't get to play very much.
Right, right.
They get started a little late, and if they do get any games in, it's all on the road, making those long trips south.
Mm-hmm.
So at least you'll be able to stay right at home, be able to play a lot of baseball there. So
Definitely.
you're going to get, there's not going to be any shortage of game time for you down there over the next 4 years.
Yeah, that's true. It's I think it's probably 75 degrees down there right now. So
yeah, Bill's in Orlando right now, and he's made a few calls. It's perfect. Oh yeah, it's just great. Which can't complain about it here in the past few days either. It's been a little cool, but the sun's been out and it's keeping it crisp, so very nice as well. But anything else you'd like to share with our viewers out there?
Yeah, I just most importantly, I just like to thank God. He's the reason I'm where I'm at today, and without him, nothing at all is possible. So I'd like to thank him, and also I'd just like to thank my family for all their support and for providing me with the opportunities that helped me achieve my goals. So.
Good deal. That's a lot to be thankful for just over this Thanksgiving weekend, huh?
Definitely.
All right, but we sure appreciate you coming by, and your dad came by and talked to us about you, and we sure glad he did. So we get to meet you and have you on and share your experiences and share it with our viewers as well. So all in all, thanks for coming by, and also good luck for your future. You got a big future ahead.
Thank you.
Good luck with the spring baseball. Hopefully you'll do well, and good luck going forward.
All right.
Have fun with old Gary down there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, Sawyer, thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll keep in touch. We'll see how well you do down there.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And that's Sawyer Smith, recent local baseball talent right here in Dexter. He's going to Florida to play Division II NCAA baseball next year at Palm Beach Atlantic University. Wish him the best of luck going forward. Now, I'll be right back to close this baby out, so don't go away.